Yo, what's good, internet? I go by the name of Makai Cadillo, and I'm back with another Mac Bang. Today I'm here with Harrison Sedin.
Yo, what's up?
Heartbeat racing, I've been moving fast pacing. Hard for me to go in love, let alone to go in trust. Is you leaving or you staying? Pop out, girl, you always on the same shit.
And today we're eating wings. We also got mozzarella sticks and some fries from B-Dubs. Do you just want to get right into the food? Because I know you're hungry.
Sure. What is that supposed to mean?
Sorry.
You just said you were hungry too.
No, I am hungry. I know. You didn't hear me say we. I know we're hungry.
You said I know you're hungry.
Anyways, so I got medium, and they got this new flavor called golden flour. Don't know what the that means, but we're gonna find out.
I know what a golden flower is. Hey, yo, I got honey barbecue and orange chicken. Yeah. I've never had orange chicken.
I didn't even know they had orange chicken back at B-Dubs.
Back at B-Dubs, so you have had it?
No, I meant like back at B-Dubs. Yeah, so I didn't know they had orange chicken there at B-Dubs. So that's very new to me. But we finna grub, and yeah, we're gonna talk about some things. First, we're gonna take a taste test. I really want to try this golden flour, so let's see what this is talking about.
Good.
That was tasty. Wow. Alright. I just want to talk to you and really come on here and really just, I know you hate being glazed and shit like that, but I want to glaze you and say that I know you got the
orange chicken fire.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm okay. Can I try it?
Yeah.
I'll take that little one. You use ranch or no?
Those are gas.
Kind of spicy, but damn. I was thinking like the Chinese orange chicken.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of spicy. Jesus. Wow. I'm not even. That's spicy. I know you hate being glazed, but I just want to take this time out and, say that I truly do appreciate you, because behind the scenes, a lot of people don't see what really be going on and what we actually be doing and how our friendship is off camera. And you really do a lot for me. You help me with music, you help me with content, you help me with just ideas in general and itself and all that. And I want to say that I truly do appreciate you as a friend, as an artist, and as a creator. And thank you for being a part of my life and not allowing judgment to come upon me and our friendship. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that.
Realistically, you're a great guy, and you the way you speak about music and a lot of things, you have a lot of passion behind your ideas in general, and your creativity is, I feel like creativity is coming to like a rarity nowadays, and so many people want to be serious and they just want to grow up and do whatever the case. And we're always cracking jokes, whatever. I can go off track sometimes and let myself go, but that I work my butt off every single day, so it's like, even when we're kicking in here, no matter what we're doing, drinking, having a good time, I'm working. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't get, especially because it's like they used to see me out, and it's like you could see me out on a Friday or whatever, one day out of the weekend.
Yeah. Any day of the week.
But that doesn't change the fact that Monday through Friday, I'm probably at the studio more than I'm at my own home.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, that's something that I admire about you, that like you're literally no day for you is a rest day.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're always working, you're always striving to do better and wanting to achieve any goal that you want to achieve and shit like that. So I just want to take you back a little bit and go into how you even started getting into music and starting that process on taking those baby steps into becoming the man that you are today through music.
That's a great question. I was 5
You were 5 years old
when I heard Eminem, 50 Cent, Akon, Snoop Dogg,
Fire.
Lil Wayne. You know, I was
artist.
5, and I feel like I got put onto the good music at a very, very young age because a lot of my friends were like 6, 7 years older than me,
Mm-hmm.
and what? Dude, say it. Don't spray it, buddy.
Sorry.
A lot of. I feel like I got put on my sister as well. She's a couple years older than me, so like her demographic of music versus a lot of my friends. Like my sister was like very pop punk, Paramore, Green Day, blah blah blah. Even
More on that rock stuff.
No, she listened to everything like Katy Perry, da da da. Certain, a lot of different, you know, like pop style music and like 2000s. Just like, oh, she would love 2000s music.
Yeah.
Now our music taste is very different. But
Yeah.
even my parents growing up, it's like my dad, he loved like Motley Crue, AC/DC, you know, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. That was a hard one. Pink Floyd,
No, really.
blah blah blah. The Beatles.
Mm.
And my mom really loved jazz. She loved Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Marvin Gaye.
Damn, so you just had a whole house full
I had a
of
whole
different genres of music.
Yup. And
Damn.
it really like, you know, it curated a love for music at a very young age. I mean, I was listening to like certain genres that it was like, you just, everything besides country, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which, older country, my grandpa did listen to, like, but either way, that didn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
It just didn't. I really, really loved jazz. I took a very, like, I don't know, I took a lot of my taste in general of music from jazz. And then it's like, so from 5, that's really when, like, my love for music started. Like, it was just, I used to perform on, like, we had a little fireplace at our house. Like, I used to perform on a little fireplace. Like, me and my sister used to do, like, little concerts and stuff. And, like, yeah. So, around then.
Damn,
When I...
Go
ahead.
So, around 5 years old, you were just already getting to that, like, rock star type of persona a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be a singer at first. You know? So, it's like, I probably didn't want to, like, I would rap songs, but, like, I always thought I could sing, which is because I had such a high voice as a little kid.
Makes sense.
But
a squeaker, huh?
Squeaker, I was a squeaker. But, you know, it's like, I probably didn't start writing raps and stuff till I was, like, 8. I would write songs, and whatever the case, but they'd be singy songs.
Okay.
So I didn't start writing raps until I was like 8.
Okay. So damn, you said you were 5 going into 8 into singing to rapping. What kind of stuff were you rapping about back then? You were 5 years old. You had no idea how the world was working. What are you talking about? That's hilarious.
I definitely changed my perspective on what. Obviously, I'm a kid. I was rapping about things that I heard about.
Okay.
From other raps.
Yeah.
And I was rapping about what I thought was how a rapper was supposed to be perceived. And how, you know, whatever. Jewelry, flying jets, cussing way more than I should have been.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was just kidding. It was kid raps.
Bro was rap capping.
I was rap capping when I was 5. I was rap capping when I was 5, and y'all doing it when you're 25.
That's.
Anyways,
Ooh, clock it. Okay. So, what made you? So, when you were growing up, you said you were 8 years old when you first started going into rap from singing. How was that transition into like going into that and then translating that into actually writing real raps?
So I was a bad kid.
Okay. How bad were you?
I was a bad kid. I was pretty bad. Not like bad. Scale of 1 to 10. I don't think it's that bad. Scale of 1 to 10 was probably like a 6, 7. Am I getting it? And
Bro, we might cut this. What
okay.
was that? What was that, man? Continue.
And
hey, this man's unk for real, bro. What the hell? Oh hell.
I'm a year older than you. And
Alright.
yeah, so I mean, I was like, drinking when I was like 12. And again, I was going to these little kickbacks and parties. They weren't really little at the time. They were pretty fucking big.
At 12 years old?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I was freestyling around all these people.
I don't know.
And then they carried on to when I was like 14, 15. And I'm freestyling in front of all these 18, 19, 20-year-olds. And I'm having battles with these people. But it's like, that's really where I gained a lot of confidence. Because it was like, yeah, some of the stuff even then was probably cap. And a lot of it was cap. But it's still like, bro, I was cooking. I would cook people at lunch whenever we would do rap battles. I would do whatever. Like, I've been freestyling for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Okay, so who were some of your inspirations into freestyling? Or what made you want to freestyle instead of write at the time?
Eminem was a really big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't think he really wrote like that, did he? Well, when he was rap battling, he was freestyling. But when he actually made songs, he was writing.
Freestyling. But even then, him and... Oh no, I'm going to forget his name right now. One of Eminem's best friends who passed away. I forgot his name. They used to, have certain lines that they could go to within their head. And that's fine. There's a lot of people, who do that, and then whatever the case. So he would have certain lines he could fall back on if he needed to. So it was still freestyling, but he even says that in a bunch of interviews. Like, he would do that, and it was mainly between him and Lil Wayne because they both freestyled a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lil Wayne forgets his own songs before he performs. Like.
Yeah. No, I heard.
Yeah.
What do you think that's due to? Just him having so many songs, or just him just
probably drugs?
Okay, that was I
remember songs that like certain bars from when I was like 10, dog. I smoked a lot of weed, but I didn't smoke like Lil Wayne smokes weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's or sip lean. I love Lil Wayne. Please, just
don't cancel him.
But
okay.
Okay. Thousands of songs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
weed,
I'm saying.
short-term memory, it's affecting your frontal lobe. I'm just saying, it is drugs, ultimately. Like, you're making thousands of songs.
Nah, that's crazy. Man has a whole vault full of songs that he doesn't even know about. Crazy. Okay, so now we're going to go from your little early teens, so now we're going into your late teens. I
started recording, actually, probably, with my friends and stuff.
What age was that?
15, 16.
Okay, damn.
Maybe sooner. Probably 14, 15, 16, around there. Because they all had mics and stuff. I got my own setup when I was 16. But my friends have been making beats forever. They've used, FL Studios for the longest time. I would always just rap on whatever they're making. But not a lot of them were really, like, good at recording and getting a good audio,
mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but probably 14 or 15 is when we started actually being like, oh, like that's when I started making some songs.
Yeah. Okay, damn. Do you remember how that was like your first early few songs? Do you think they were trash now? Well, I mean, obviously, me personally.
I'm feeling them.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, the first few songs that I've ever made was dog shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, dog shit. You feel me? I didn't even know how to. I barely knew because I record on FL Studios. So when I first got like actually my hands on FL and like started to record my own vocals and all that stuff, I remember that I wasn't doing it right. So you know how like when you go in and you try to put the input to input 1, I had it on input 1 and 2. So when I was recording, I only heard half of the side of my voice. So when I was doing that, I did that for probably like like a month, and I was recording like I was trying to record at least every other day or every day and stuff like that just to get it
When
down.
did you realize something wasn't?
Bro, it was random. I remember one day I was like, cause like I didn't buy I didn't buy it all out, right?
Come get him.
No. Well, I haven't bought out now. I paid like $300 for that shit now. But when I first was using it, you only got the demo, so like you could only record that session, and you could save it, download it, but after that it's gone.
The
like
demo?
Like literally once you close out the app, you literally it was gone. You couldn't pull it back up at all. So like at the time I was just recording, and then one day I was just messing around with the mic, and then I realized that it was on the 1 and 2 instead of the input 1, and I was like, oh, what the f-? So I click it, and then like I was recording, and then I would play it back through my speakers, and then I was like, oh, bro, I was like, what? Bro, I was like, what? I was like, nah, I've been doing this wrong this whole time. No one taught me. No one did any of that. You know, I was like learning how to record through YouTube and stuff like that. And yeah, I never really, it never showed that part. So I had to learn the hard way for like a month, and then after that, I was like, oh my god, I feel so stupid for doing this.
Yeah, my first.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I wouldn't say my first songs were like horrible, because it's like
I think mine were.
It's like compared to what? Again, it was ass. I'm not saying it wasn't like the fucking worst thing in the world though, but in comparison to some other first songs that I've heard from some other people, it was definitely better than trash.
Yeah, I never showed you my first track, huh?
I don't think so.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that off camera.
But
that's crazy.
That's when I. Is it bad?
So the only reason why it wasn't bad is because I went to somebody that I already knew how to engineer, and that was a producer that made their own beats. So he made me sound good, but once I translated it into my own lane and I was doing it on my own, that's when the quality was trash. You know what I mean? But it wasn't too bad, man. So let me ask you something. When you started freestyling around all these people and building that confidence, was it the feedback that they were giving you that was boosting your self-esteem to like be like, okay, like now I feel like, not saying you were the shit, but like now you feel like you are because these people are validating on what the things you were saying? Or was it just like, oh, it's just a little homie that's rapping right now and he's low-key not bad?
No, it was like there was rappers that are, like I said, that were way older than me or whatever the case, and even if we would do like little rap battles or whatever, and I'm rapping against them and they just can't keep going, or I just torch them because I was a little shit. Like I'm still a little shit, you know, like I
now.
I don't hold my tongue with a lot of things, and like especially in rap battles, it was like, whatever, bro, I'm not here to lose. So it was just like, I could definitely see myself getting better, and it wasn't even just, it was a lot of the hype from other people, but it was, that only came like when they'd be rapping or whatever. Me and one of my buddies, Trevor, he used to beatbox, and we'd be in the kitchen at my buddy's house at like some parties, and he used to beatbox incredible.
Yeah.
And like, he did this one beatbox where he could say porn while he's still doing the fucking and it's like he's still going and doing all these crazy sounds, like you know those crazy shits where they like they flick their
Damn, so that's crazy. You were saying how like they were like beatboxing and all that, and I don't get how people can like just do that. Like I can't do that.
I don't get how he was able to do it either, because it was different. It was like it was, I don't know, man, and him doing that, it was like a live performance every time. Like there's people standing around us, blah blah blah, and he's beatboxing. He could do bunches of different beats, bro. Like I didn't want to exaggerate there, but I probably like he was just always so music oriented. Like shout out Trevor. He could play guitar, like he could play bass really well, like blah blah blah. All of my homies are very like musically inclined.
Yeah.
Ben, they all made beats. Yeah. Actually, all of them. Hayden, Ben, Trevor, they all made beats. Hayden couldn't really play instruments, but he knew key scales. He like, I mean, Ben, he freaking could play the with the tube in the mouth, the little thing.
Oh, bro, that's so fire,
He could play bass,
bro.
he could play guitar, he
That's
could play
so
piano, like, just, I mean, dude, if he sat there and wanted to play drums, he could play drums. Like, that's
tough,
how
bro.
musically inclined he is.
Bro.
All of my friends, even Kale wanted to learn how to play piano just because. And he learned how to play piano, and it's
That's
like,
so fire.
I don't know, dude. I sit there and I'm like, I hate this.
I'm like,
no.
I'm like, yo, this don't sound good.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm done with this. Right? I'll stick to rapping.
But yeah, but it's like it's just, I've always been around so many like talented people within that it was just like it brings something out of you. Like Trevor, he used to be the better rapper than me. The way that he was able to articulate his words and whatever the case, and now I could freestyle, we could do whatever. But there
Y'all
was
need
so
to see him
many
freestyle, bro.
times.
Literally goes crazy every single time he freestyles.
He's capping. I actually don't know
No,
how to
he's
rap.
not, bro. Listen, when he freestyles, it literally, no exaggeration. And if you know this man in real life, because I know a lot of people do around my local area and local rap scene around here, if you see this man freestyle, I'm not joking, it's damn near comparable to Juice WRLD. No bullshit. No
That's
bullshit.
probably the biggest compliment you could have ever given me in your life. You know he's one of my biggest inspirations.
Yes, I'm not even joking, and it's not like, oh, like he thinks he's good at. No. It's not he thinks or I think. It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Like, Harrison, spit. No, I'm just kidding.
Palms sweating.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you, but damn, bro, that's really fire. Like, you know, like I wish, cause I'm fairly new to the music scene and all that. I barely started making my own music probably like 2 years ago. You know, I just started dropping music last year. You know, and I wish, cause I knew that in high school I used to write raps, but I didn't know how to articulate that, and no one really nudged me to be in a more creative type of just to be more creative with my thoughts and just music in general. I love music. I've been listening to music since it feels like the first day I've ever stepped foot on this earth. You feel me? Like there was not, bro, I literally had an iPod shuffle, like the ones that had no screen, just the buttons. I literally had that when I was probably like in second grade, and I listened to music every single day. There's not have been one day since that moment till right now that I have not listened to music, and music will forever be something that I love. Music has helped me through many situations when I'm feeling alone, sad, depressed, happy, you know, angry, all these different types of emotions. Music was the only thing that was really there for me, and now I'm at the now I'm at the age where like I could do something about it, you know, like I can translate my mind and spit it out through my words onto a beat, and you know, hopefully other people will listen to it and can hear and like regurgitate, just pretty much hear and digest what I'm trying to say. You know since I'm still fairly new to this game, there's a lot of stuff that I gotta work on to be in the position that I really want to be in. And that's another thing that I really want to go back to what I was saying in the beginning of this episode, where I'm glazing you. Like, you help me be more confident on approaching any beat now. You feel me? Because I remember probably 2 weeks ago, we came out here, we had food, and then we were in here recording with Joseph.
Some friends.
Yeah, some friends, yeah. We were recording with some people in here, and you know, like, most of the time, you know, I don't really be freestyling like that, you know. But that day, after you gave me that compliment, like, a couple days before that, literally, I was freestyling. Me and you were going back and forth and freestyling. And it was like, you know, that to me was like a confidence booster in myself because of you.
So, going back to Trevor.
Yeah.
I would make him, whenever we smoked, we used to smoke a lot in his car and we would play beats, dead ass, hours on end, probably anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. Only play beats, chop it up a little bit in between when we're rolling, wood doing whatever.
Yeah.
I would make him freestyle with me, like, and people sit there. Do you know how many of my clients I've had, bro? if you're not feeling the writing, freestyle. Just murmur. It doesn't matter what you're feeling. And then look, that day that we were hanging out, blah, blah, blah. I told you. I kept saying, keep going, keep going. You're doing all these different flows. Yeah. You were doing flows that I've never heard you do or even try to attempt. Yeah. And you know why? Because that's you. That's how you're feeling about that beat. Yeah. When you're sitting there and everything is so structured and you're writing and you're trying to write it as if it's the hit itself or whatever you're trying to project, it's not going to sound the same as if how your soul feels about that type of music.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like, and bro, if I have lines in my head, I'm going to write it down because there's so many words up there whenever I'm creating. It's like sometimes, or whatever, even if I'm just walking, sometimes I'll be just freestyling and like I just need to write it down to get it out. I'm like, oh shit, that was hard.
No, like, I have a little note on my phone with a bunch of bars that I've ever like thought of, and the list goes on. You feel me?
How many notes do you have on your phone?
How many notes in general? Yeah, I have hundreds, probably 1,000, and more like 75% of them are music. I'll show you right now. I have a music note section. Look, I have a music notes section. Watch. So I go to folders, music, 511 regular notes. Boom, 1,000 notes all together.
I got 1,000 notes. Just music.
Just music. Damn, bro. Well, I mean, granted, you've been doing this longer than me, bro. You've been writing more stuff longer than
me.
My
bad. 1,000.
He barely got.
You have 480 regular notes.
Well, I mean,
I have 2 notes, some of them computer, 1 work, school, 1 folder, school, 4 4 school, 1 work.
Bro, okay. You also got to know that in the regular notes section, there are some either beats that I want to hop on or just verses that I have written. You know, so it's a little bit of mixture in the notes, but I haven't really segregated them properly. But it's probably around like 600, probably like 700 of my music notes, and you know, I don't really be writing full songs like that, but you know, like I'll get like a basic idea down, and then if I'm feeling the vibe, I'll either lay that shit down and then continue to record off that, or I'll lay it down, leave it like that, and then leave it unfinished until I revisit it. You know, but I feel like
that's what I do. Yeah. Honestly, I have probably over, I don't know, like 300 something songs that are ready to go. If we're talking about whatever, those little rough drafts, you know, a lot of the times I play you a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. Yeah. It's probably like 700, maybe more than 700 of those. But
bro, trust me, I've seen your files on your computer, bro. The list doesn't end. You can scroll for 10 minutes and it probably still wouldn't be at the bottom.
And that's not what's including
the hard drives
on there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Jesus.
Because I have all of my songs from like 2020, right before I got my new laptop around 2021, on that hard drive.
Oh my god.
Oh, whatever you see on there is just from the past 4 years.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm going to transition this into getting into some of your music accomplishments when you first started making music. So what would you say one of the biggest accomplishments that you have made so far?
Made? Graduating college? That's
okay. That's
I never thought I would graduate. I'm gonna be honest. Honestly, I was the worst at school, bro.
That actually that's a good accomplishment. I love that because a lot of people,
I graduated with my audio engineering degree. That's in music. Yeah, I'm not you know what I'm saying. I never thought I was gonna graduate. I dead ass. I thought I was gonna drop out of college.
Congratulations.
Multiple times.
Congratulations.
That's one of my biggest.
Clap it up for him. Everyone clap it up.
Dude.
Now that's fire. Like, what made you
one of those?
Go ahead.
Whatever one I just ate right there was the spiciest one out of all those.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's not like... I was thinking it was like some Chinese...
Like a orange chicken.
Yeah, like the orange chicken, Chinese orange chicken. That's what I was thinking. It wasn't...
like a fucking... That tastes like the fucking... That tastes like the color orange. Whatever that would taste like. That's what it is.
I have no idea what that would taste like. But deadass, that was on the medium section.
I know.
And I don't know why, but it's hot as fuck. It's not even hot, it's spicy. And
oh, that's fucking hot. My mouth is like, holy shit. I was gonna make a joke and say we should do the blazing challenge for this.
Nah, that would have been great. I thought about that too.
That'd be a good video.
That would be a good video. Nah, that would be...
just dump in milk.
Nah, that would be great. Actually, we should... Content idea.
Yeah,
we'll jot that down. Anyways, okay. So let me... Okay.
One of my biggest accomplishments is starting the record label.
Okay. I'm glad you said that.
When I was interning at the studio in LA. I was driving back and forth after work. And I would get off at Mercedes, whatever. I did that for like 3 months, and I just remember... I forgot what question...
Your mouth is hot, huh?
Uh-huh.
Your mouth is hot, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah, you're talking mad fast.
I asked a question to the like head engineer there, and I asked him a question. And I was like, "Yo, like, how long does it take before we're able to start like getting on the payroll, essentially?"
Yeah.
He said, he's like, anywhere from like a year or two.
Oh my god.
And it's like, I'm sitting there like, you know, we're going to get in there, maybe whatever, we're going to learn the ropes of all the analog gear. There was a lot of stuff that we had already learned, you know, going back and forth to the studio, like, during school. So in my head, I'm sitting there like, okay, like, you're interning for a while, da-da-da-da. And I was like, I heard that answer come out of his mouth, and I was literally like, dog, I'm working at Mercedes. I'm getting off at like 4 to 5 every day. I'm going home, taking a shower, and then I was driving out there, blah, blah, blah.
Where are you driving to?
To LA.
To LA from here?
I'm fucking my car up.
Dude. LA is pretty... LA is
I'm
2
getting
hours
home.
from us right here.
Yeah,
half,
it was like
hours.
an hour. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hour and a half home, hour there.
Okay.
And I was like...
Damn, how fast are you going, bro? It's not just an hour, bro.
Well, to that location it was.
Oh, I was like, it's not just an hour.
In my head, I was like, 1 to 2 years. I'm like, you know, you're 3 months in. You're like, bro, like, I've always wanted to go a little quicker, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. So, I already had a home studio. I thought my idea was like, alright, I'm gonna, dude, I was charging people for a song. I was like, which also, I love all my clients. Thank you for everyone who stayed with me. I'm just letting you know what my idea was for everything being so cheap back then was. I was like, oh, bro, I'll do $20 to $40 a song.
What the
song
fuck?
done,
Yeah.
right? That way, I can get more practice with recording so many different people because I knew a lot of rappers. I still know a lot of rappers that wanted to record, wanted to get songs out. But they didn't have a place to record. And I was the cheapest. Yeah. So it was like, in my head, I'm like, I was getting practice with all of these different vocals. And even with singers, I would record a couple girl singers. And I'm like, that was my version of practicing. Yeah. You know, and I did that for about a year. That was in towards whatever, 2021. And I started the record label January of 2022.
Damn.
So it's like, you know, that's my biggest accomplishment was, or second biggest. Yeah. Starting the record label. Third, 2023, a year later, I get this.
The studio. So right now we're actually in his main studio right now. Like, I'm very grateful. I wish I could show you the background, but we ain't gonna do all that right now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, if you really want to see the background, we gotta book a session with him, and then you can see the background. You know what I mean?
Click right there.
Or I drop the link down below. I drop all his socials down below. But okay. So I'm glad we're on the topic of studios and all that.
I'm done.
You know,
with that.
yeah. Look. Oh,
bro,
yeah,
you're done eating?
I low key I am, only because you know it's kind of cool. But we did wait a long time to do this. Anyways, the reason why I'm glad you brought up you know, the studios and all that. You know, what would you say would be the one of the biggest losses you have taken through music? No, I know you know what I want to hear.
I know you don't. You're not gonna fucking hear it.
I'm glad that you brought up some of your biggest accomplishments throughout your music journey. You know, you graduating from your audio engineering, you starting your record label. For the people out there that don't know what your record label is called,
It's called Music Matters More.
Music Matters More.
MMM.
MMM. And unlocking your first studio. How did that make you feel when you accomplished all those things? Like, what was going through your mind when you first did all that?
You know, it actually, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, hasn't hit. It's, I'm trying to get better at, you know, really being present in the moment and being present in, my, you know, lessons in life, I guess you can say. And it's like, it's hard to really reflect on those accomplishments because I feel like I have a lot more that I want to accomplish. So it's hard for me to look at, like, certain things that are a lot to some people.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I just am always trying to do more.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's like,
cool.
it's I never thought that I'd be in the position that I'm in now.
100%. I feel like a lot of people around you see you doing all these things, regardless of if they're in your personal inner circle or not. You know, they are seeing you do and accomplish all these little or big achievements, you know, and they don't see what it really takes to get to the point where you're at. So how are you handling all the little like either lessons or L's or all those type of things? How are you handling all of those to get the bigger wins?
You can't dwell or give energy into anything that, like, happen. I mean, I probably have gotten more upset in my past about a breakup than I have over, you know, some goal failing. Because it's like, I don't know, and that's probably sounds, you know, super simpy to say, but it's like, I'm just a lover's boy. But it's like, it's like whenever you sit there and dwell on something, you're, you know, I've been depressed. I've been in the lowest points of my life, and, you know, it's like, I would never want myself to get back there, and that's like a very big determining factor of getting there is looking at all the negatives in life and doing whatever. And I've really taken a lot of time lately to try and find the positives in every situation, which is still hard. I'm 26 and it's still hard for me till this day because one thing happens after the other and you're just sitting there. So you can't really, like, sit there and dwell on anything that's happened. And like I said, I'm 26 and, you know, it's still hard for me to find the positives in every situation because one thing, you know, when it rains, it pours. One thing
100%.
after the other just keeps happening and happening and happening. And you're sitting there drowning in freaking issues, whether it be, you know, it's like there's just so much that has happened within my life, and I can't let that stop me because if I stop anything, all of this stops. 100%. Nobody's helping me pay for this.
100%, yeah.
You know, it's like if I stop, it's done, and it no longer becomes a thing.
Yeah, 100%. And the crazy thing about, like, having all these things and all this accomplishments and doing all these big things, it's like literally like we are grateful for the position that we're in and the position that we put ourselves in, regardless of who said something, what happened, or anything like that. You know, it can all go away in an instant too, you know, and the fact that you're still persevering through all the negative stuff and all the bad times or all the stuff that like is giving you signs to be like, oh, you should quit now. You don't. And that's something that, like I said earlier, like that's what I admire about you. You keep going. Regardless of what happens, you keep going. And see, like, all the friends around you, all the people around you see that in you and really support you because you will keep going and still keep moving forward to getting the things that you want to get. So this kind of poses a question to me to ask you, because like, even with all of us telling you all this stuff, how are you really feeling mentally about all this stuff? Like how's
like I said, I don't know if that you know makes me look like a dickhead or whatever the case.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or I have like some whatever ego, but it's like there's no ego behind any of this. I just know what I've been picturing since I was 5,
mm-hmm.
and it's not this.
Yeah.
This is very cool to me, and you know, it may look like a lot to certain people because they're not doing a lot. And that's just the reality of it. It looks like a lot to them because they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And they could do whatever the hell, buddy. You know, like, I haven't been making as much music as I would like to lately.
Yeah.
And I haven't been putting out as much music as I know I should.
Yeah.
But even with that, on a business side of things, there's nobody doing the things that I'm doing.
100%.
And
100%.
on top of that, I'm still keeping up with the music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you making, let's just say, give or take,
mm-hmm.
a song a week,
mm-hmm.
a song a month,
mm-hmm.
it's gonna take a hell of a lot longer to catch up to me than it would be from. I have taken a lot of time off, and there's still people in the same position, and I know that.
That's crazy.
You know, I know that.
That's crazy.
Because I work my ass off, and I'm also aware of the fact that there's some kid out there who's in his bedroom right now,
mm-hmm.
making a way better music than I was at his age.
Yeah.
But it's just different ways of life. And the reason why that kid is going so hard is because he doesn't have all of these other little complications right now. He goes to school, might come home, and then just work. Or you know, work on music, or play video games, or make beats, because that's what he loves.
Yeah.
But that's the difference. Is I feel like there was a certain time where everybody just wanted to be a music artist.
Yeah.
But they don't genuinely love it. They don't have a craft for music.
Yeah.
People barely understand what DAW stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
I do.
What is
digital artwork, or digital art workstation.
Digital audio workstation.
I was close, bro.
I was really close.
I was close, bro.
But
Come
hey,
on.
you better keep that in, because I'm gonna call him out.
No, I'm like, nah, shit, cut. Hey, we cutting that shit. Fuck that shit.
That proves my point.
I'm like, I'm niggas, bro.
But it's like in reality.
That's crazy.
In reality,
why you gotta say that?
You're using whatever you're using, and that's fine, bro. But don't come around me, who has done it, and I'm doing it, and I'm still doing more than you. Whether it's not releasing music, I'm still making music.
Yeah. He's actually making a lot of music.
I'm still, you know, and once I really, like, you know, a good friend said this the other night. Once I really, you know, put my foot back down on these people's necks, it's only gonna take a certain amount of time for my shit to go. It was Lewis, but you have also said that. But he said it in the way. Lewis said, you know, you can still sit back on your throne sometimes and let stuff go, because he said that I was dealing with a lot of pressure and there's a lot of stuff going on.
100%.
And he said I don't have to constantly keep my foot on their neck. I could sit back and have my foot on their neck. He said, but I don't have to constantly be standing to make sure they're not moving anywhere, because they're not going anywhere. He said I could just sit back and still have my foot on their neck.
That's actually
so
hilarious.
You know, it's just
that's the reality of things.
That's just the reality of things, man. I'm not saying I have the most amount of views. I'm not saying I have the most amount of followers. I'm saying that my music speaks for itself.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of people speak to you on behalf through your music.
I don't even have to say stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Like a lot of people.
When we have these little artist nights, I'm not even sitting there being like, yo, listen to this shit.
Nah, they'll be like, yo, put on that Harrison, bro. Like, and honestly, like, I know I'm glazing this man this whole episode. You guys don't understand how much this man has done for the local community and how much these other artists respect this guy, not just through his craft and his artwork, but through the hard work that he's been dedicating into this this music stuff and allowing people to come together in a space where they can be them true selves and really be in a true form of creativity through everybody around. You know, he's not a person that gatekeeps anything. He's not a person that's like, oh no, like we can't fuck with you because you do this and this. You know, if he sees some like real potential in you or like some real talent in you, he's gonna have you over. He's gonna be like, okay, this is my world. Come step into this and see how you mingle with everybody that's in my world. And a lot of people in his world really show him a lot of respect. A lot of people outside of his world show him a lot of disrespect because they don't understand what really goes on behind the scenes. They see what he posts on Instagram, they see what he posts on TikTok, YouTube, all these other different platforms and all that. They see all that stuff. They're like, damn, I wish I could be him. Or damn, I wish I could make music like that. Damn, I wish I had yada yada yada. A lot of people on the outsides and the outskirts of his life only see the things that he wants them to see, and this is why, like, I'm a big
but it's all daps and all love when they see me, so
that's another thing. A lot of people that be hating on the outside, when they come around this man, they're like, oh my god, bro, like, your music's so dope, yo, we should work together, yo, let's do this, let's do that. And a lot of people, you know, he peeps that. I'm in this very close circle. And, you know, we talk like almost every day. You know, we share a lot of ideas almost every day and what we want to do and how we want to do it, like, with each other and, like, how we want to include each other in it. And it's I've seen it firsthand where a lot of people come into his life and just say, bro, like, you're so cool. Like, I like the way you do yada, yada, yada. I wish I could do it like that. Yo, teach me how to do this. Yo, can you teach me? But, you know, they're trying to catch up to him when he's already miles ahead of everybody. And a lot of people can't grasp that concept. So that's why they resort to either being envious or jealous or just talking down on him and talking bad on his name, because they can't comprehend or grasp the idea that he's so far ahead of everybody that he doesn't need anybody else. Very unfortunate, he doesn't need anybody else. He wants to help everybody get to the position where he's at, or just bring them up to a higher position where they're at. And that's why, like I said, I appreciate you, Harrison, for everything that you have done for me, everything that you will continue to do for me, and all the collabs that we have in the future planned out, and all the... I
was going to say that earlier.
Okay.
I was going to say, listen, I've had a lot of people come into my life and leave my life, and these are people that I've loved and, you know, people that I've really genuinely cared about and made music with and done whatever, but at some point there's just like... I have to let go, you know, and
yep.
But it doesn't matter who comes or stays, because that's literally what I was thinking earlier. Like, either way, you leave or you stay, I'm gonna be doing the same thing no matter what.
Oh God.
Like, but the whole not gatekeeping thing, I want to shout out my homie Will. He's also been a really amazing mentor to me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Shout out OG Juice. from the moment we started hanging out, I met him at the gym with my buddy Alberto. You know Alberto.
Yeah.
And
Real cool guy.
he owns his local juice company.
Yeah.
Everything with my business, he has wholeheartedly supported and never gate kept one thing. I was scared to get this.
Oh,
because I didn't know I was going to be able to do it. And he said, you're never going to be able to know unless you do it.
Damn, that's fire.
So I literally, if I would have never met him, I probably would have been pussy and been like, you know what, maybe it's not time.
Yeah.
And then went back even more, you know what I'm saying? But it's like...
You'd be where these other niggas are. Yes, you know what I mean?
Maybe not that close.
No, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
But...
No, that's fire. You know, I think sometimes we need... Because we are so... Us as people, we are so caught up in our own minds and our own personal worlds that are very close and tight-knit that other people see what we're doing and just really is like want to encourage us to do more, you know?
I'm going to say the same thing he told me. The only reason why people gatekeep certain things is because they don't want you to pass them.
Ooh.
And that's just the truth. Because every artist that I've DM'd, I've had artists with 30, 40,000 followers on Instagram, which I never look at followers anymore the same anymore because people are getting banned randomly and blaming the TikTok algorithm or Instagram algorithm, blah, 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 for getting banned. Even though we know you be on certain sites, you know, clicking a button and all of a sudden hitting 15, 30, 50K followers and your likes are... Anyways.
300.
300, 150, 50. We can see your likes. Even if you put your likes on private and you know people scroll through your likes, you can see that 85% of your likes are botted. Anyways, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I've had artists message me to hop on their song, blah, 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 with 30, 50K Instagram followers.
Yeah.
And then tell me what their feature price is. It's like, bro, what? You're asking me to be on your song, but you still want me to pay you?
Yeah. That's
no.
Crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
I've never once paid for a feature. I've never once paid to perform anywhere.
Yeah.
I've never once opened up for someone. And I'm never going to.
That's fire. That's a great mindset. I personally can't relate. I have paid to perform a couple times, and the turnout wasn't that good. You know, like one time I paid $350 or $300 to perform in San Diego, bro.
300?
Yeah. This was me just trying to get my foot into the door, thinking there was an opportunity. But once I saw the opportunity, I'm like, okay, I could do better somewhere else, you know. And the crowd was half the people, like literally, no bullshit, probably 20 people in the crowd. 10 of them were artists. The other 10 were
they're waiting to go.
They're waiting to perform, you know. And the other 10, I brought like 5 people. You feel me? And then the other crowd was little stragglers that happened to pass by the venue. Like, hey, what's this? Hey, what is this? You feel me? And you know, I'm grateful to even have that opportunity, but you know, it wasn't worth the money.
But at least you're honest.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, bro, the least amount of people I performed in front of was probably 8 or 10.
Yeah, like it was like probably like, excluding, because I didn't include the artists that I did perform in front of. Excluding them, there was like 10 people, like dead ass.
Yeah, you know.
And that it wasn't. I know, because when I step on stage, I'm personally, I know that I belong on a stage. So when I perform, and people feel me. People understand that I really enjoy making music and performing my own music. So like performing in front of 0 people would still feel like I'm performing.
You have a very good stage presence.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And you look like you said, like you feel it, but you look like you're meant to be up there.
Yeah, 100%. I remember the first time that I performed, like after everyone was saying like, dude, like how long you been rapping? I was like, bro, I just started. this is my first performance. So like, no way, this looked like you've been up like doing this for a minute. I'm like, nah, that was my first performance. And ever since then, I'm like, you know, like I say that I'm built to perform. Like that's something that I feel deep down in my heart, that this music shit, I know that when I first started making music, I was like kind of like a little like shy about it. But once I started building up the confidence, like music is something that I know that I can do and I will continue to do for however long I can do it for. You know?
If you took the way you acted and act in front of normal people, how you are, like you're just so outgoing and very, very confident, and translated that, I'm gonna make a prediction right now. If you translated that into your music, I guarantee in 6 months, Makai will be a very, 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 very big problem to a lot of people.
You know what? I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna make this into a clip. I'm dead ass gonna post this everywhere. I'm gonna make it to a clip. 6 months from now, we're coming into October. October 1st is literally a couple weeks. 6 months from October, that's what? October, November, December, January, February, March. My birthday month, March.
Look at that. And I made that prediction March. Dude,
March. Okay. March. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna attack it the way that you say it, cause like I said, you know, you inspire me, bro. You don't understand. Like, not a lot of people inspire me. You know, especially like my friends or just people that I know. Not a lot of them inspire me. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, they do cool things, but not a lot of them encourage me to really want the things that I want. Yeah, they want to see me get the things that I want, but they don't want to help me get to that point.
Yeah.
You're one of the only people that really sees that vision in me and trusts in me to get to that point. And I appreciate that. And I will forever be grateful for you and to have you in my life, my boy.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. And that's some like real shit. Like off camera, this guy's like a very close friend of mine. And like he keeps it real with me all the time. No matter what I'm doing, he says I'm wrong. He says what I can. He says what I could do be doing better. You know, he keeps it real with me.
He's a really good friend. He talks shit on me.
Yes.
Says I'm wrong.
Bro, like see, a lot of people nowadays
can't be real.
And I think what they want to hear from other people is like, oh yeah, you're doing this, man. Oh yeah, keep doing that, man. But they don't want to hear the realness. You feel me? Like,
have I ever told you a lie?
Honestly, no. Well, I mean, not in a joking way. Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But not in a real way. Like, not that.
Like, have I lied to you about anything that you've seen me do?
No. There's not one thing that he has ever lied to me about. There's not one thing that he ever like tried to sugarcoat anything. He keeps it real. Not a lot of people around here.
You know why? All right, this is why. When I was younger, I used to tell like really like white lies all the time, and it always bit me in the ass. And like I said, I hung out with people that were like 6-7 years older than me, and like something would always come up and they'd figure it out and they'd be like, yo, one of my friends, his name's old friends, he's not around anymore.
You don't need him.
He told me, he was like, if you keep lying, you're never gonna have any friends. He's like, because nobody likes being around a liar and da-da-da-da, and he said they might, you know, get it for a certain amount of time and whatever the case, but nobody will stay around long enough with a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it always just came back to me. So it was just like, there's no point, because I feel lies always come to the light.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm glad that we were able to have this conversation. We're getting down to the final minutes of the episode and all that. And, you know, it was very insightful to hear how your journey started when you were younger and how we got into this point of you through music, right? So, do you have any new projects or anything coming out anytime soon or anything like that?
No.
No? You got nothing going on anytime soon?
Nah, I just... I'm probably gonna keep everything.
You're not gonna drop every...
October 10th.
October 10th as well.
I have a project coming out. So I dropped my first tape was 11 songs. It was my version of an 80s album. It was like a modern 80s album.
Yeah.
And
so kind of like something along the lines of what Alone at Prom by Tory Lanez, or something different than that?
It was more rappy than it was singy.
Okay.
And I just wanted to do something different. I've never approached those beats. I'm not saying Tory Lanez wasn't an influence, but I started some of those songs that were in that project before Alone at Prom even came out.
Oh, okay.
But so it was more so my take on it.
Yeah.
And I did that because it was like I wanted to make that.
Yeah.
And
like that type of just a different side of what you
different
normally
side.
do.
I was mainly doing boom bap beats.
Boom bap beats. nigga speaking in a robot, bro. He said boom bap
beats, and I've always rapped as like,
that's hilarious.
The lyrical side. So it was like I wanted to try some melodic rap.
Yeah.
And I made honestly some of my best music on that tape. Yeah. And
what was that tape called?
It was called At the End of the Day.
At the End of the Day. Damn. Okay. Yo, if you know, you know.
And so I did that, and then I released a couple little lovey-dovey songs, Champagne.
18 Missed Calls.
Okay.
Bye.
And then I was like, alright, I have no, barsy stuff, so then I did Ladies and Gents.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, alright, this is just a show, and then I released Next Up, and then I did another poppy song called Mind Up. That's the one where I was, speaking Spanish a little bit.
Oh. Mr. Bilingual over here.
But there's, a lot of people who think, and I know they think this, it's not like a conspiracy.
Yeah. Or assumption.
They probably think that's the extent
of what
I could do. And it's, I didn't,
you don't have to tell me,
it's
man.
not.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
This tape is going to be called Harry.
Harry?
Ooh. And it's me. It's who I am. And this is the lyrical side. This is the shot caller. This is the 365. This is the hard. This is the alright.
You don't have to list the whole.
This is the unappreciated.
You don't have to list the whole the tape.
This is me, and this is the foot on the neck.
This is the you standing up this time.
This is the standing up, Harry. This isn't the sitting down chilling. This is the
sitting down on the throne.
Yeah. Oh, this is me.
Damn.
And
so when can these people expect this project?
October 10th.
October 10th?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a Friday, I believe. October 10th, Friday. You better be there and tap into what this man is doing, because you guys don't understand. This man is a music genius. The way he hops on any beat, literally any beat, bro. And I'm personally excited for everyone to hear it. I mean, I'm an insider, so everything he just listed right now, I heard, bro. Oh my God, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand. You might hear it in the intro and the outro. You might, he might get a little clearance between, might get a little snippet in that, because this might be coming out very, very, very soon, a lot sooner. And Harrison,
I'm excited.
I'm very excited too.
I'm excited because of that. Because it's like, and also I'm extremely good at making love songs. It's like, that's just, I've been through so much heartbreak with women. I'm
like, oh fuck, I'm like awkward. Oh my God.
But realistically, I mean, that's just what my life was. But it's also like my life's been a lot of being humble in a lot of situations when I know that
you don't need to.
Sometimes, it's a lot easier to not say stuff, but, sometimes I do get pushed to the limit where it's like, bro, realistically, you can say whatever you want about me, but that's honestly a reflection of yourself.
100%. A lot of people project their own kind of insecurities onto other people because they don't think that they're doing enough, like you were saying earlier, how I was saying earlier, how they see you, but they're not up to par of what you're really doing. They only see what you post on social medias and stuff like that. Damn, that's crazy. I'm very excited for this project to drop. We're definitely gonna have a listening party to when it drops. Definitely. And you know, we're bro. You guys don't understand. Harrison has not put out any music for a minute, and he took down every other song that has ever been put out on every platform.
Which I'm gonna put those back up within the next week. It's just because
I got the clip.
People are very mean about
that. Yeah. Everyone in the comments, tell them to put the fucking music back up. Tell them stop playing with these niggas to put the music back up. God damn. Well, Harrison, I appreciate you coming on to my little show, and I know
appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. I know the eats was a little cold because a lot of
trial and error,
a lot of back end stuff that happened that I had to do behind the camera and stuff like that. I'll take 100% all blame on that one, but I would definitely treat you out to a nice meal outside the cameras and stuff like that. And thank you.
You do enough.
It's an equal exchange. I think we do a lot for each other.
It is an equal exchange.
I don't ever expect you to pay me back for anything that I do for you, because I do it out of the kindness of my heart, because I have nothing but love for you, man, and I would never be able to look at you in any type of negative way unless you my. And if you do that, you're dead. You're dead. I'm going to jail for murder. But besides the point, I appreciate you coming on to a little project that I see in my own little light, and
I really think this is an incredible idea. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And this is, like I said, bro, if I didn't see something within your ideas or anything like that, if I didn't genuinely have joy for them, and be like, oh and I wouldn't want to help you with anything. I wouldn't want to do shit. I could easily just say, yo, go for yourself.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate you don't.
You
I mean, you could have said that, but I'm glad you don't.
Have a very good head on your shoulders, and you are a very joyful person. You're a joy to be around. You always uplift me, and you're always there for me.
Yeah.
Whenever I need you.
Yeah.
And I can say that about all of my friends. You've seen the amount of friends that were there on such short notice with some certain stuff.
That was mind-boggling to me, bro. That one specific event changed the perspective of the people that I want to have around me.
Yeah.
And literally they were doing a lot of things on a drop of a hat.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Oh, you need this? Done.
Yeah.
Best believe I'll do that.
And it's just whoever I keep around, they know that I'll be there for them no matter what. Obviously, if I'm out of state, I'm a couple hours away, there's certain things I can't do.
Yeah.
But if you really needed me to be there, I'm going to be there no matter what.
And I appreciate that, man. Love, bro. Love forever,
bro.
Man.
Hey.
Once again, I go by the name of Makai Cadillo. This is Harrison Sedin. I'll drop all of his socials down below. Make sure you keep your foot on this nigga's necks about putting more music out, putting the music that he already had out back onto all platforms. That's the end of the video.
What's up, YouTube? Here's the outro. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Post on all your social medias. Go ahead, put it on your story. Post a link in there.
Yep.
Share it with your mom,
tag us.
cousin, auntie, sister. Make sure you share it with your sister.
What?
Mom, your mom too. Make sure you share it with your mom.
Hey, and your grandma. And your grandma. Bro, you gotta get the whole generation of family in there, bro. If you're gonna just, can't exclude the granny, bro.
Okay.
Gotta love Gram, bro. Gotta love Gram. Anyways, I go by the name of Makai Cadillo. This is another episode of a Mac Bang. Love every single one of y'all. Peace.
My beat racing. I've been moving fast pacing. Hard for me to go in love, let alone to go in trust. Is you leaving or you staying? Pop out, girl, you always on the same shit. Drop down, you ain't leaving who you came with. Hard now, bet you wishing that you waited. Funny part about it, the money will never change them. Only thing that's changing reactions up on their faces. Let's face it.